I will need 5 different username leaderboard usernames, and each one will identify. Each one will be, associated with different users. The 5 different users. So I will have to rename it to 0, and this one also 0. I will simply duplicate it 4 times. 1. This one should be 1, and then 2. This one should be 2, and then wait. Didn't get duplicated. Oh, I just changed the name for 1, and then duplicate it again, and this one should be 2, and duplicate it again. This shit, wait, duplicate it again. This one should be 3, and duplicate it once more, and this one should be 4. So I made 4 copies of leaderboard username, and now I will make 4 copies of points also. Rename it and call it points1, and duplicate it. Oh shit, I just duplicated it. Renamed it, and duplicate it and call it points2, and duplicate this one also, call it 3, duplicate this one also and call it 4. So we have 4 points and 4 coins. Right, now let me put them here, or should I put them dynamically? Let me put them dynamically. Create them. I'm creating leaderboard username 0, and now I will create leaderboard username 1 for wait. I'm creating 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. This is extra. I will delete this. 1 2 3 4 5. I guess that wasn't extra. Why do I have so many? First I will create leaderboard username 0. Right, create it, and then I will set its text. Leaderboard username 0 text to username 0. Right, and then I will create leaderboard. Then I will increment counter. Then I will create leaderboard username 1. I will create it, and then I will put it. Give it a text value. Give username 1 the text as the text value, and then increment the counter, and then I will create leaderboard username 2, and I will give it a text. I will give it a text value of username 2, which is already given, right? And then for 3 I will and then I will increment the counter variable. Then I will create leaderboard username 3, and I will give it a text value of username 3, right? And then I will increment the counter. Then I will create leaderboard username 4, and then I will give it a text value of username 4, right? And then I will simply change the scene variable counter and set it to 0. That's good. And now let's check if it is displaying me 5 different usernames or not, right? Let's do that. Yes, I'm getting 5 different usernames, but the profile pictures are the same. So we will do something about that. And I'm getting many profile picture instances here. It should not be the case. We will see what is happening over there. So now let us display the points also. We are displaying usernames. Let's display the points. For the points also, almost the same exercise is to be done. So I will simply, what I will do is copy, I mean shift select all this, or you can simply, first of all I need a comment here. Can I add a comment within an action? I don't think I can. I can't. So yeah, no, I don't want to. God damn it. Yeah. Okay, I will simply just add an action and common actions for all objects. Objects, create an object, and my object is leaderboard point 0. X position is again 200, the same X position for username, and Y position should be oh shit. Y position should be the same thing actually, but let me see what it is. Let me copy the expression, this one, and I will increment it a little bit. Right, it is this, but it should be little bit downwards. I think it can be like 50 points down every time. So you can simply say that the Y position is 200 and plus something every time, right? And layer is spawn layer, so I will create leaderboard point 0 at this for this in this position, and I will change its value text object, change modify the text leaderboard point 0 equal to value variables text of a text of a scene variable, sorry, text of a scene variable, and scene variable is JSON object. Apply, and not just the object. I want the points field within the object, and I will also append a text points, so that we know that whatever number is being displayed below the username, it is the points value for that user, right? So I have done two things. I have to increment the value of counter variables, value of a scene variable counter plus 1, right? So all these three statements, you can shift select them and copy them and paste them once. When you pasted them once, they got pasted in reverse order. Just change the order and change leaderboard points 0 to leaderboard points 1, and yes, and yeah, it should be below this, and here also change it to 1, and okay, points 1, and here it should be points 0 because there is a suffix to all the fields, right? Let's see. Yeah, there is a suffix for points also, of course there should be, and points 1, and then you can copy shift select. If I shift select from bottom, will it be pasted in reverse order, I mean in proper order? Not really. So just simply drag it here, and change leaderboard points 1 to leaderboard points 2. Click on OK, and then change here also leaderboard points 1 to leaderboard points 2, and points 1 to points 2. So it's kind of cumbersome, but that's the only way we can do it, right? And then copy it and paste and do it for 3. Oh, it got pasted in the right order, right? No, little bit crazy. Okay, 3 and points 3. So yeah, that looks okay. Let me now shift select, copy and paste, and drag it drag it here, and instead of leaderboard points 3, just choose leaderboard points 4, and instead of leaderboard points 3, just choose leaderboard points 4, and here also you should change points 3 to points 4 and click on OK, and at the end you don't have to add anything to counter. You can simply change its value to 0. Let me do that. Is equal to 0. right? So there it is. That's good. Yeah, now we will also see the points value below the usernames, hopefully. Let's test it out. Yeah, so as you can see, we can see the points 5, points 4, points 0, point 0, point 0. So, and it's the same points which are present in our database 54000. You can see 54000. So that's good. That's good. It's working properly, right? And now we need to display different profile pictures for different people. So uh, right now also it is displaying 5 different profile pictures, and it should not do that. It should only display one of them, one profile picture, right? So I think what needs to be done is that mm, I don't know why it's displaying 5 different pictures. If the text of a scene variable is 0, then it should display square. If it is 4, then rhombus. Why is it repeating it? Oh, it is repeating it every frame. That's what's happening. Okay, we need to click on the this event at the beginning of the scene and add a sub event, and then I have to copy these. Shift select them all, and this one also, and simply right click and cut them, and click on this sub event which we added. Right click and paste. So now you have pasted them all in this sub event, and the increment action event should be at the very bottom. You can delete this, but let it be there. And now it will only display one profile picture if we run the program right now, but we will not, because we want to do it for all the other users as well. We have done only for profile picture 0%. We have to do it for profile picture 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I will copy these. You just simply have to copy and paste at this point, and well, copy and click here and right click and paste. So I have this now. You order is not important. You just have to oh, you just have to change this 0 to 1, and don't press enter, because enter will be recorded as a string. Just simply click anywhere else, and right. So there you go, and nice and easy, nothing crazy. You can order it properly just to make it look good, right? So now it's good, and we are adding one to counter. Again, click here and right click and paste, so that we paste again, and simply change this 0 to 2 now. I know it is cumbersome, and we have to actually do what a while loop would have done for us, right? But it's kind of difficult to simulate arrays in GDevelop, so we are doing it this way. Oh, I have to write 2, I'm writing 3. I have to write only 2 here. It is kind of cumbersome, I will admit, but I couldn't find any other way to do it which was straightforward. That is, I mean, we could have tried to use JavaScript, but I don't think we should do that, because that will be too difficult to do in the first place, and then difficult to understand, right? I guess so. Now do it for 3. Click here, right click and paste. You can change the 0 to 3 this time. 3 and click somewhere else, change this 0 to 3 and click somewhere else and change this 0 to 3 and click somewhere else and change this 0 to 3, click somewhere else and change this 0 to 3 again and click somewhere else. And now for the last time do it for 4, click here, right click and paste. And okay, you can order it properly. Yeah, okay, now do it for 4 finally, and again 4, click anywhere else and again click in an empty space again and again, and there you go. Now we have all of them, and at the end you can simply change the value of counter variable to 0, although you don't need to do anything here, and honestly no. Yeah, okay, let's uh, hmm will it work? It should. Let's see if it does or not. So it does work. Yeah, it works, it's working. So congratulations to us, we were able to implement the leaderboard in GDevelop. And can go back. Let's make the, you know, local leaderboard also, right? Let's do that. I need a text. I will call it global leaderboard message. Leaderboard message should be 40 in size and white in color. It should read some message actually. So the message which I will write here is that this is the leaderboard which shows the top 5 players in the world, right? And apply and drag it here at the bottom and make it a little bit bigger. I guess we can afford to do that, and we have space, so yeah, I, that's better. Now this statement will be shown every time the player opens the global leaderboard. This is the leaderboard which shows the top 5 players in the world, right? That's good. And in the local leaderboard, let's implement the local leaderboard also. First let me go to my server code and see that we are basically uh, are we only getting two rows for local leaderboard? No, we are getting many. I see what we are doing. I see what we are doing. Okay, in the local leaderboard, by default, we are sending only one object to the game and not an array. So we don't have to, you know, change anything in the server code. It is very good. So let me first use Postman to send a request to the local leaderboard fetching script. Oh, I have already done it, and I am getting a very well formatted object, and I can, let's use it. We know what we are getting from the server. So go to global leaderboard and simply, okay, first of all I need all the things which I created in global leaderboard also. and that is leaderboard username and leaderboard points and the message. So I need all that, so I have to create those things. Let's do it. Text, I will call it leaderboard user name, and it's not 0 in my server. In my server I have put the names, different names to different fields for different users. I have not put it username 0, username 1, username 2. I put it this way: top username, and then second top username, and then bottom username, and then bottom top username, right? So I will have to put the, I will want to put the name of the variable similarly. So leaderboard username top, right? That username of the topmost person in the local leaderboard, right? And size should be 40, I guess. Color white. It should just say username because we will be changing its value in at runtime. I mean programmatically. Apply, and then simply duplicate it and call it second top, right? Is that what I am calling it? Yeah, second top. And then duplicate it again and call this one bottom, and then duplicate it again and call this one top bottom, second bottom, or is it top bottom? Top bottom, bottom top. Kind of unintuitive. I don't know why we did this. Bottom top, top second top, bottom top. I guess it makes some sense. So let's keep it exactly the same way in which the server is sending the data to us. So I need points field also, so add a new object and call it leaderboard points and top, and size should be 20 only, color white, and points can simply read 0 by default, right? And then duplicate it. Oh shit, what did I click? Okay, I should eat, yeah. And leaderboard points top, duplicate it and call it second top, and duplicate this one also and call it bottom, duplicate the bottom also and call it I guess bottom top. And you can see that we only have 4 of these, right? 1 2 3 4 usernames, 1 2 3 4 passwords. Where is the fifth one? Fifth one is the user who is logged in already, right? That is the fifth one. So yeah, that's the case here. And one thing which I need to confirm here, uh, I will go to dashboard and to the events. Yeah, as I suspected. You know what? We need to do something else also. When we go into the dashboard, and actually when we have successfully sent the value, received the success field, which is true from the server, then I guess we need to do something once, and that is, well, I should fetch the game values from the server and put it in my game, right? In the game. So I have a script, because we have to do it at one time. We have to do fetch game values. This script will take username and password and fetch the game values to the game, back to the game, right? So I think I should do that because it is important. So I will just copy this send statement in the dashboard events, paste it, and copy the parse statement also and paste it. Double click the send statement and we will send. We are fetching game values. I mean, this is the exact script to fetch the game values. You can see fetch game values. That's what we are doing in the dashboard. We are fetching all the game values. And we are changing the text of points and coins only. But we have to change it for rest of the values also. So we are fetching game values in dashboard. We don't have to do it again. And but we have to. We are right now setting the global variables points and coins to these values. We have to do it for all of them. Let's do it. And now text. First thing, points and coins are not text, they are uh, integers. So, hmm. Oh, it is a text object. Yeah, that's okay. Now I have to change my global variables also according to the data which we have received. So let's do that from the beginning. From the coin points variable. Value of a global variable points is equal to value. I wonder if it will take that as a value, JSON object, and not just the object, something within the object, and points field. I want the points field to be stored as an integer. Copy this and paste it and double click it, and instead of coins choose coins and equal to coins, and click on OK and paste again, and instead of points I need attack power and equal to the variable attack power, I mean field attack power. Paste again, double click, and attack. After attack power I need max health, I believe, yeah. No, I need bullet firing cooldown, stage 1 unlocked, stage 2 unlocked, and then max health. I want to follow the order to keep everything organized. Bullet firing cooldown, bullet firing cooldown, bullet firing cooldown, okay. And then paste, and I need stage 1 unlocked, and equal to stage 1 unlocked, okay, looks good. And then paste again, and I need stage 2 unlocked, and stage 2 unlocked, okay, cool. And paste again, and then it is the turn of max health. I need max health variable, max health. Here also I'll simply put it equal to max health, okay, and paste again 3 times because now I need health upgrade cost, damage upgrade cost, and attack speed upgrade cost. So beginning from here, just type health upgrade cost, and in this one also health upgrade cost, you have to be careful about the spellings. And damage upgrade cost, and here simply type damage upgrade cost, okay. And attack speed upgrade cost, and in the fields also attack speed upgrade cost, attack speed upgrade, attack speed upgrade cost, okay. And now paste 3 more of them, 1 2 3, and I need these 3 indication animation numbers. So health upgrade indicator animation number, health upgrade grade indicator animation number, health upgrade indicator animation number, and then damage damage upgrade indicator animation number, and here also damage upgrade animation number, damage upgrade animation number. Okay, and then go here and type attack speed upgrade animation indicator animation number, attack speed upgrade indicator animation number, attack speed upgrade indicator animation number. Okay, so now we have taken all the values from our server and put them in our global variables. This will now effectively help us to save and load the game, right? Yeah, it will save and load the game in the server. We are saving and loading the game locally already, but now we will also be able to save the game and load the game from the server, to and from the server, right? So that is good, but we needed to do it anyway, so that's also good. But you have to put all these statements in this one at the beginning of the scene so that it does not happen every frame. Just cut these and paste them here. Yeah, they are out of order, but they are there, so let them be there. Just checking the spelling and all that. Hopefully it will work. And so with that out of the way, I will now create I mean I'll simply go to my local leaderboard scene and duplicate the one of the usernames and simply call it leaderboard username. This will be the username for the user who is logged in, and I will duplicate one of the points fields, points text objects, and just simply call it leaderboard points, because this will be the points for the user who is currently logged in. And that's it. Now I think that's all we need, but we also need one message, global leaderboard message. Similarly, we need a local leaderboard message. So add a new object text and just type local leaderboard message. Give it a size of 60, give it a color of white, and make it bold, I guess. And then type this is the leaderboard which shows you which shows your position with respect to users who have more score than you and less score than you. Well, it's a mouthful, but it's necessary, and it's uh, kind of big. I think I will make it the size, middle size to be 50. So it gets, I mean it's there inside the screen. So now what I have to do is simply copy this whole thing, copy all the things, and just simply click to add a new event and right click here and paste, and you have pasted everything. And we have to send the request to local leaderboard to fetch local leaderboard. Fetch local leaderboard.php. The same things are needed to fetch it, right? And then we will parse it, but we need the two scene variables, and I don't think we have any, so let me make them. JSON response from server, and apply and select it. Okay, click on OK, and in the parsing part also, here you have to select and make a new variable JSON object, and you also need a counter, right, whose default value will be 0, right? And click on apply and choose JSON object here, and instead of leaderboard username 0, just type just type top, and the position should be the same, right? And okay, we need to make a spawn layer here. It does not have a spawn layer. Go to layer editor and add a layer, call it spawn layer, spawn layer and close it. Let's see if it is there. It is there. And yeah, spawn layer, yeah. Okay, and yeah, change the text of leaderboard username top to something else. Username 0. Instead of username 0, we have username top, right? Or something else. We have top username, not username top. So that is also important. Top username. Okay, that's done. And then the second one. Why do I open it? And this should be second top and same position, and here also second top, and the username should be not username 1 but second top username, second top username. Let me check it. Second top, yep, that's correct. And here do it for leaderboard username bottom, or you can say uh, you know just leaderboard username, right? Same position, because in the middle we want the user who is playing the game, right, who has requested for the leaderboard. And here just simply type, don't choose this JSON object, choose a global variable. Yeah, choose a global variable, text of global variable, and it should be simply be the username, right, because this is the user who has actually requested for the uh, leaderboard. This should be bottom top, not bottom top. Which is the bottom top? Bottom top. Same position here also, bottom top, and the value should be bottom top username, bottom top username, and at the last one it should be just bottom. I don't know which is bottom top and which is bottom. Same position and same spawn layer. Bottom equal to username bottom, username, bottom top username, bottom username. Okay, and same thing to be done for the leaderboard points. It's leaderboard points top, same position here also, leaderboard points top, and points should be top points, right? Yeah, yeah, so that's what it is. And points top, top points, and here also second top, same position, and this one should be also again second top, and change this points 1 to second top points, second top points. Okay, and this should be simply leaderboard points, because this is the points for the user who has requested for the leaderboard, right? So there you go, and here simply do this. Yeah, we have to choose the global variable, right? And remove all this and type variables, text for global variable, and simply the username. Wait, not the username but the points, right? Points. And what you do is append points to it. Yep, so that it looks like, yeah, it's the points which we are displaying. And again for this one just choose bottom top, same position and all, and here also bottom top, and here instead of points 3 just call it bottom top, bottom top points. In the leaderboard points 4, we need to choose the bottom leaderboard points bottom, right, and click on OK. And here also, instead of 4, choose bottom, and instead of points 4, choose bottom points, right. So that's kind of cumbersome. That was kind of cumbersome. And here also we need to do lots of changes, not lots of changes, but some changes, substantial changes. So you have to write top profile picture for this one. So just copy top pop and just keep pasting in all of these, in all 5 of them. I know it's kind of cumbersome to create the leaderboard, but what can we do? And here you can type second top, right, second top, and simply copy the, oh shit, I double clicked. Simply copy second top string and simply keep pasting it in rest of these, and keep pasting. Yep. And here also, no, okay, top is done, second top is done. Now we need to do bottom and bottom top and then bottom. And yeah, but this one should be actually the global variable, right. So double click on it, text of a, I mean global variable, text of a global variable. It should be simply the profile picture equal to 0 if it is equal to that. You have to change this little bit differently. Text of a global variable is profile picture, right. So that's what you have to do. Text of a global variable profile picture. Again in this one also, text of a global variable profile picture. This one also, text of a global variable profile picture equal to, okay. So we have done 0 1 2 3 4 for the current player who has requested for the leaderboard, right. We have done it for that player, and now for the bottom top player and bottom player. So let's simply, okay, remove the 3. Okay, we need, I think I left the 0 here in all these. We should, and I left the suffixed number, which you should remove as well. I am seeing it right now. You see, I have left the suffixed number. Yeah, that's good. Here also, type bottom top profile picture and simply copy. You can simply copy the whole thing, bottom top profile picture, and go to profile picture 3, delete all this, and just paste the what you copied, bottom top profile picture. This way the mistake in spelling will also be minimized, right. Yeah, so and now at the bottom, do it for the bottom profile picture. Copy this and paste it here, right, and paste it here also, right. Add this point to, yep. And yeah, okay. Oh, this point to, hmm. Okay, so we have done it for all 5 of them. Now effectively we should be able to see the local leaderboard as well, right. So let's let's run this statement. Let's run this local leaderboard and see if it is working or not. First of all, I have to go to the leaderboard scene to see if my button is working. I will close the dashboard. Yeah, I am going to the local leaderboard scene from the leaderboard scene. So let's run the game from the main menu. We are getting the global leaderboard. We are getting the local leaderboard. So, which if we have not been able to fetch someone below us, it will simply show 00 over there, and that 00 is simply the value which we have ourselves put there, I guess. I will go to the bottom and see its username. It says username. Okay, yeah, I guess if it does not exist, if something does not exist, you can simply not create it. But I think that will be too cumbersome, right? So what I will do is I will simply uh, choose go to local leaderboard message and write a little bit message here. 0 means username, 0 means there is no one at that position. That's it. That's it. And one more thing, I will do one little very small thing in the uh, leaderboard username text. I will add one thing. I will add one space first of all. I mean like this, and then I will add you, which means that this username is yours, so that we can tell the player, yeah, this is you, right, at that position. So click on OK. So let's test it one final time, and I hope this is the final time we are testing the leaderboard. So yeah, you, and this text is overlapping with this. Back button is not working. Let me fix that. I will make the text little bit smaller, maybe 45. Yeah, that will work. That will work. And let's simulate the back button also. And without any condition, just add an action. Go all the way to the bottom, button extension, button, simulate back button, press and choose your back button. Click on OK. And one more test just to confirm if it is working or not properly. Yeah, so I'm getting the leaderboard. So I guess there you have it. We have successfully created the leaderboards, both the global and local. And with this, our the programming part of our game is almost over. Like 95%, 99% is done. And in this video, we created the leaderboard, bug fixed it, and made it look good and all that. We are finished with the programming of our game. In the next video we will do some more testing of the game and some little bit bug fixing. Maybe there are bugs or maybe not, we will see that, we will fix them, and we will also export our game to Android. So we will do all that in the next video. So if you are enjoying this stream, please join me in the next video as well. Thank you for watching.